is now, though, because they're inflating the dollar. What does that mean? It means they're printing so much dollars with nothing backing it that you have to pay more of those dollars to get the things that retain their value. Let me explain something. A house is always a house. A car is always a car. Food is always going to be food. It retains its value. Does that make sense? Okay. So why do you have to spend more dollars to get that? Because those things that retain their value are always going to be that. What changed? The dollar changed. What about the dollar changed? The printing of the dollar. If I scooped up some dirt off the, like the live share alive, if I scooped up some dirt off the ground and I said, hey, here, take this dirt in exchange for your car, you'd say, no, I'm not going to give you my car for some dirt. I can get dirt anywhere. Oh, you can get dirt anywhere, can you? That's the point. You can get the dollars anywhere. Why? Because they printed it into oblivion. There's more dollars chasing fewer goods. Okay? Is it dawning on you? There's more dollars chasing fewer goods. So if you had $20,000, if you saved $20,000 in 2020, now in 2025, huh? You have about, let's say, just for shits and giggles, about $7,500, maybe $10,000. I give it $10,000 because of inflation. You have to account for the amount of dollars that they printed from 2020 to 2025. Okay, okay. Now let's talk about the reason why the dollar was so powerful. Okay. The dollar was very powerful because it was what we call the petrodollar, meaning in the 70s when Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard, meaning there was gold backing the dollar. When Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard, we made a deal with the Saudis and the Middle Eastern countries, okay? We told them, hey, look, if you want to sell oil, you have to sell it in dollars. If anybody wants to buy oil, they have to buy it in dollars. Huh? That's what we call the petrodollar. Is it dawning on you? Okay, so why are we always in the Middle East? Why is there always drama in the Middle East and wars? Because every time one of these Middle Eastern countries decide to trade their oil in a different currency, that threatens the dollar. And we're like, nah, hell no, we can't have that. So we go over there and we do what we've been doing. Okay? This is all just to give you a history as I move you forward in time to show you what's really about to happen with the money system. Okay? Yeah. So the petrodollar is what kept the dollar powerful. All around the world, everybody that wanted oil from the Middle Eastern countries had to have dollars on hand or fiat US dollars on hand. Okay? Yeah. So this is what made our dollar so powerful and our dominance so powerful around the world. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me. There's some noise in the back, but I hope you guys can hear me. Okay, put a yes in the chat if you can hear me. But Bill is be ill. We're not talking about um spiritual concepts right now. Eliminate the spiritual concepts right now. I know. Eliminate the ideas of spiritual concepts right now. We're talking in this live right now, we're talking strictly about grounded reality and money. Okay? I know the dreamscape reality. I know the imagination. I know all that. But right now, I want you guys to get grounded with me really quickly. Okay? Because they're changing the system from a physical paper based system to a completely digitalized system. And although we're moving into a reality where energy is your currency, you still, did you go to the store today? Did you go to the store yesterday? You're still exchanging money for goods. So as they shift the new reality, a digital reality, you have to be ready for it. This is when I'm segueing into blockchain technology. Okay? Yeah, blockchain technology is a transformative technology. Yeah, it's a ledger system, right? Where transactions are recorded and technologies are built on top of, right? You probably know of Bitcoin. Yeah, okay, cool, Bitcoin. But Bitcoin was the first but wasn't the last. Bitcoin is the Napster. If we're talking music, Bitcoin is Napster. Huh? And there are other coins that are the Apple Music of cryptocurrency and blockchain technology that they don't want you to know about because they're collapsing the old system into a new one. And they want you to get into whatever's new, the new technology, they always show you the one that's trash first. They're like, hey, look at this trash thing right here, but it's the future. But it's this one that we're showing you is the trash one. We're not going to show you the one that you should be investing in. Okay, right? So with blockchain technology, you have specific technology that are built on top of the blockchain, right? Let's say, for instance, XRP. Okay, this is a cryptocurrency, but it's a technology. What technology is it? What does it do? Okay, so for instance, if I wanted to send money from the United States to Switzerland, okay, if I wanted to send money from the United States to Switzerland back in the day with what we call the SWIFT system, the fastest way to do that would be I'm talking about big denominations of money. I'm not talking about $5, $10. I'm talking about billions of dollars, millions of dollars. If I wanted to take money from here to the Swiss Alps, I would have to take the money on a plane. It's the fastest way to do it. Take the money on a plane and bring it there, right? It's an archaic old system, so money was being moved very slowly. With this technology, or what we call cryptocurrency, especially with what we call XRP, this is just one of them, you can send your US dollars, transfer it to XRP, send the XRP to the Swiss Alps, they'll convert it to Swiss francs in a blink of an eye. So now, just like we had the internet of information like this, I'm exchanging information with you instantly. We have the internet of value where money is being exchanged instantly. Okay, and a lot of the apps that we use to exchange money, like Cash App and all of this stuff, they use this technology. They've been using this technology, right, to move money fast. You just didn't know, right? Now let me explain something to you. Okay, the fiat dollars that you have in your bank, they are illusory, like the live share the live give gifts if you feel called to. The fiat dollars in your bank, they are illusory. They're not real. They're just paper. They have nothing real world backing it at all. At all. There's no gold backing these dollars. The Federal Reserve, it's its own entity. It's not a part of the government. Let me say that again. The Federal Reserve, which is responsible for printing the money that we have in our bank accounts, is not a part of the federal government. It's just called the Federal Reserve. It's its own entity, right? And they print the dollars that we have in circulation. Yeah, they're manipulating you. Now let me bring it back to the banks, and then I'm gonna bring it back to cryptocurrency. Okay, with the banks, I said this, but listen, yeah, every time you put money into the banks, yeah, every time you put money into the banks, they're only liable for a certain amount of the money. So what do? You put your money in the bank, they take said money and they buy investments or they loan it out to people. How do you think you get bank loans? You think banks just got money? No, they don't just got money. They're taking the money from your deposits and then loaning it out to people. They're taking the money from your deposit and then buying assets with that money. Okay? And then when you go to take money out of the banks, yeah, when you finally say, hey, let me take some money out, they just sell some assets for a profit and sell you back cheaper dollars. Why? Because in the time that it took you when you put the money in the bank and you just say, okay, I got my money in the bank, got my money in the bank, inflation was happening in that time. When inflation was happening in that time. So when you put the money in the bank, they took that money, they bought assets, their assets were appreciating in time. And then you said, oh, let me take some money out. Boom, let me sell some assets then. This is what the bank's doing. Sell some assets for profit, give them back that money. But I'm giving you back cheaper dollars. Why? Because it was inflating when you were waiting. Saving money is no longer saving money. Okay? Yes, Kay, exactly. With added interest. Exactly. Saving money is no longer saving money. You're losing money. Why? Like I said, if you had $20,000, if you had 20 bands in 2020, the spending power that you had in 2020 is no longer the same in 2025. So if you had $20,000 in 2020, now in 2025, when you go spend the money, you get less things. Listen to what I'm saying to you. This is how it works. It's not about the corporations raising the price. They have to raise the price. They have to. Because there's too many dollars chasing too few goods. So they gotta raise the price on things. This is why you invest in assets like the live, share the live. This is free game. Like the live, share the live. This is why you buy assets that retain their value or they appreciate, meaning the value gets higher. Now let me explain something to you. Like this live, I'm telling you, I'm giving you game on earth. I'm giving you game for what they're about to do. Okay? Listen to me. If you don't take the dollars that you have, right? You do XRP. Yes, I'll get into that. I'll get into that. What my specific picks and things are. But y'all like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to. It's a penny for some gifts. I'm giving you game that's going to save your financial future. I promise you that. Listen to me. Listen to me. Okay? If the dollars that are in circulation are an illusion, yeah, and they keep printing it into oblivion, okay? But every single asset is measured in dollars. What are the assets really worth? I'm going to say that again. If they're printing money into oblivion, if they keep printing money and every asset is measured in the dollars, what are the assets really worth? You have no fucking clue what they're worth. They're worth an astronomical amount of money. No, the assets are worth an astronomical amount of money. The dollars aren't. And yet they're measuring these assets in worthless dollars. $2,000 for gold. 2,000. I gotta pay 2,000 of these fake ass dollars for some gold. I gotta pay 300,000 of these fake ass dollars for a house. You're measuring assets in worthless money. So you have really no idea how much the assets are really worth. Okay? Gold really should be worth $300,000 an ounce because the amount of money that they've been printing is astronomical, right? Listen to what I'm telling you. This goes the same with digital assets, what we call cryptocurrency, okay? Blockchain technology. Why are these things valuable? They're valuable because of the way that they're able to move money. They're valuable because of the technology that's built on top of it, where you can have what we call smart contracts, okay? The blockchain is a ledger system. It records every single transaction, right? Every transaction is being recorded on the blockchain. So that means that if the government's spending was on the blockchain, we'd be able to see everything that they spend the money on. The crux of it is that they'll be able to see whatever you spend the money on as well, right? But there is a way to be able to have this bit of secrecy in it because the wallets are just numbers, they're not names. Okay? So it's a game, y'all. If you have wealth, you should be moved. Thank you so much for the cap. No cap. If you have wealth, money, especially especially fiat dollars in the bank, you need to be taking, I don't care, keep a little liquid, what we call liquid money, meaning money you can instantly take out and spend on the goods in life. You should not be holding your money in the banks. They're crashing, they're collapsing, it's over. All of this is a mirror of what I was talking about spiritually. Yeah, when I told you that the entirety of the system is collapsing and changing because of our spiritual prowess and what we're doing in our minds. Okay, so what you need to be doing is taking your money out of the fucking banks, putting it into assets, y'all. Gold, silver, crypto. If you have the money and the monetary means, land. Yeah, even in other countries. I'm telling you, listen to me. You're working $17 an hour, $18 an hour, $20 an hour. You're trading time for money that's not real. Let me explain that to you. You're trading time for money that's literally not real, that has nothing backing it. Originally, the reason why we traded paper dollars around, yeah, the reason why we traded paper dollars around is because the paper dollars represented the gold that we had on hand. But we took the dollars off the gold system. So there's just dollars now. Hence the reason why everything costs so much. Shit don't cost this much just because it costs that much. Oh, inflation. You haven't understood what inflation means. Inflation means you keep printing and printing and printing. Yeah. Yeah. And there's not enough goods to follow with those dollars. Is that ghost dollars? That's the best way to put it. God almighty, that's a good one. Ghost dollars, y'all. Now, now we're talking about a reevaluation, right? Reevaluating what the assets are really worth. Okay? Right. So they're going to have to reevaluate what houses are really worth in dollars. If you're going to measure a house in dollars, you're going to have to reevaluate what the house is worth. That's why inflation is the way it is. That's why a house that used to cost $500,000 costs $1 million now. It's not for no reason. It's not just because it just happened. It's because they're printing so much dollars. They know that the house is worth way more than it used to be at 500,000. Even if there was no changes. Look, even if you had a house, right? Say you had a house, you made no changes to it. If you had this house in 2015, that house is worth way more now, even with no changes made to it, because they were printing so much money, right? Like I said, I gave you the analogy. Think about this. I gave you the analogy. If I scoop some dirt up, it's supply and demand. If I scoop some dirt up off the ground and I said, here, take this dirt and give me your car, you say, hell no, you bugging. I can get dirt anywhere. It's supply and demand. It's the same thing. If there's so many dollars in circulation, then the things that you used to spend money on bread, that stays the same. It retains its value. You have to spend more money to get that. Okay. Now let's talk about blockchain technology and cryptocurrency. Let's get back to it. More purposely and won't allow you to sell your house up to like 5 years or they'll take profit for real, for real. And that's a whole nother reality when we're talking about the banks and the loans. I'm telling you, it gets deep. This shit gets deep. Now let's talk about it really quickly. Blockchain technology, okay? With these so-called cryptocurrencies, these coins are native tokens to the technology that they represent. So XRP token is a native token to the XRP ledger, the ledger system, the technology that's built on top of the blockchain. Okay? Yeah? So the token represents a technology. That's why it's valuable. Okay? Now here we go. Let's break it down. There are only and will ever only be around 100 billion XRP ever. I'm just giving you one token. There's XLM, there's Hedera Hashgraph, there's XDC, there's so many, right? They're deflationary, meaning you can't print another XRP. You can't print another Bitcoin. You can't print another one. There's only 19 million Bitcoin in existence that will ever exist. Okay? Yeah. Okay, so it's the same thing with XRP. Okay, so there's only that much. Yeah, so it's supply and demand. The supply is low, so the demand will be high. Hmm? If there's trillions of fucking dollars in circulation, come on. Dogecoin is what we call a meme coin. It's a coin the run up of Doge is based on community. It's based on Elon tweeting. It's not based on utility. Now that they're starting to implement utility. What I mean by utility is that it has a use case in the real world. It can be used for something. XRP can be used for payments. XRP, you could build smart contracts on top of it. What does that mean? That means that you and I can have an agreement on the XRP ledger that once this action is done, the money will be released. And it's all recorded on the blockchain. Everyone can see it. Oh, he did. Okay. All right. Perfect. Right? Mm. I'm not saying it's useless because they're starting to try to make use cases for it, but don't, they're rocking you to sleep. Like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to. Let me explain something to you. They show you what they want you to see. They show you Bitcoin. They show you Dogecoin. These things aren't the future of the the financial reality. XRP is, XDC is, Algorand. All of these coins are the future. Listen, now I got you. Here you go. You ready? It's not shares. It's not shares. It's coins. Shares imply that you have a stake in a company. Coins are yours. You own them. Shares imply you have stake in a company like Walmart. That's different, right? I have shares in Walmart. I have a stake in this company, right? XRP is a coin, okay? Right? And never divulge how much you have, my friends. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't tell anybody how much you have. Just hold it down. Just know what you have, right? Know what you own. Now here we go. In the mid 1990s, in the mid 1990s, right? Our parents, right? Let me start this way, right? Okay. Right now, we all benefit from the internet. Am I right? We all benefit from the internet. Like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to. This is free game. Free game. Like the live, share the live, give gifts if you feel called to. In the mid 1990s, or excuse me, sorry, I was going somewhere else. We all benefit from the internet. I'm using the internet. I get paid off of TikTok. I use the internet. We're all using the internet, right? Everybody in the world, okay? In the mid 1990s, there were pundits and news analysts that were telling you, don't touch the internet, don't touch these things. We don't know where this thing is going. We don't know what this thing is. Don't touch it. Okay. Now, everybody in the world benefits from the internet, but only a few people benefited from the internet. Let me say that again. Our parents had the chance. Our parents had the opportunity to invest in Google, to invest in the internet, to invest in these things. They had the opportunity to do it. Why didn't they do it? Because they were told not to. Why didn't they do it? Because they were focused on work. Why didn't they do it? Because they were in fear that if they put their money there, they would lose their money. Okay? We are in that moment right now. We are in the Google moment. We are in the Apple moment. We are in the beginning of the internet moment with blockchain technology. Point blank period. You're either gonna go get you're either gonna get dragged kicking and screaming, or you're gonna go willingly and gonna make money. If you don't send it to the right wallet though, the money disappears. Yeah, that's why you take your time. You take your time. It happens. And you send, this is all learning curves. You send small denominations first. You have to know the address you have. You have to know where you're sending it. Of course, with any technology, you're going to be a rookie and then you're going to be a pro. You can't let these things deter you. If I told you how much money I lost in cryptocurrency just by sending things, just with gas fees, you'd be like, why are you still invested in it? Because it's the future of technology. It's really now. They're not trying to tell you it's really now, just like the spiritual reality is now. It's all now. They're implementing it now. They're implementing it now. You either get with it or you get lost. It's one or the other. Did you girl puppy 432? Did you buy something yesterday? When's the last time you bought something, girl puppy 432? When's the last time you bought something? Hmm? I'm gonna wait for girl guppy because I really want to explain something really quickly and this is all in love. What? So you never bought anything in your life? Yeah, I'm gonna ignore you. Anyway, so I asked you when's the last time you bought something? Be genuine here. When's the last time you bought something? Yeah, when's the last time you bought something? I'm gonna answer for you. It was more than likely she bought something or he a week ago. I guarantee you didn't use cash. I guarantee you used technology. You rebuke technology. You're on technology talking to me right now, typing away, aren't you? You use it. You use it. You're talking to me right now through it, right? You Cash App and you Zelle, you use it. You either get dragged kicking and screaming or you go willingly. This is how it works in this reality. They're moving the technology forward regardless. When's the last time you had cash on hand? Solana goes down so Solana goes down so much. I'm not talking about price. I'm talking about the technology, the underlying technology. Solana is like Bitcoin. It's being pumped by VCs or venture capitalists, right? This shit goes deep. This is the biggest financial changeover in reality's history. There has never been an asset that has, first of all, let me slow down. Let's get into the coins later. Let's just talk about the fundamentals. Okay? Cryptocurrency is the latest in the is the latest asset class. It's the newest asset class we've ever had. Listen to me. since stocks and bonds. Do you hear what I'm telling you? It's the newest asset class since stocks and bonds, right? If this is music, if we're talking music, okay, then crypto is hip hop, the newest genre in the music sphere. Hip hop just turned 50. It's only been around for 50 years, okay? I'm just giving you an example of how new this technology is, how new this asset class is, how new you are to it. You're not too late. They want to show you Bitcoin at $100,000 so you feel that you're too late. They want to show you Bitcoin at $100,000 so you feel like you're too late. When Bitcoin is archaic, it's propped up by venture capitalists. It has no real technology. It's slow, right? But there are coins that they call altcoins or alternative coins, yeah, that have better technology, faster speed, less money, less energy being used. Yes, every coin that has been mentioned so far is less than $2. Algo, Algo, XLM, H bar, right? And the potential for these things to rise are astronomical. Okay? The potential for these things to rise are astronomical. If you want a one-on-one session for me to actually teach you these things, please click the link in my bio and book a one-on-one. I'm telling you, I display to you my spiritual prowess and my wisdom on a day-to-day. Okay? But I'm like that in all of these sectors. I've been in the NFT space for years. I've been in the blockchain technology for years. Okay? For years, y'all. I have a twin brother. Me and my twin brother, now we talk about NFTs, that's also blockchain. Really quickly, I'll explain it. NFTs are what we call non-fungible tokens. They show you the power of contracts on the blockchain. Okay? Contracts on the blockchain. So you see an NFT like CryptoPunks and all these little things. No, that's just the front face. NFTs are contractually legal obligations between a party on the blockchain. That's what an NFT is. Okay? Not just a cartoon that everybody's selling for 100K. That's just the front face of it. But the technology that underlies it will be the thing that you sell your car with, the thing that you sell your home with. You're not going to be able to escape blockchain technology, period. You won't. Book a one-on-one and I'll make it make sense. I have to, I go everywhere when I'm on the live, but if you could ask me direct questions with the one-on-one, book a one-on-one session, I'm telling you. It is worth it. It's worth it. I can't explain to you with words how deep this thing goes. You can use an NFT to get on yachts, private dinners. Yes, certain NFT projects offer particular perks, but you have to really be careful with these NFTs because they're not liquid. What I mean by that is when you buy a particular NFT, your money's stuck there until you're able to sell it. It's the same thing with these cryptos. Some of these, what we call meme coin or shit coins, if there's not a lot of liquidity in these coins, that's why you have to stick to the coins that have utility. They're doing something. They have something that's happening in the world. They have use case. Not just because I can build on top of the blockchain. It's a ledger system that is permissionless, is decentralized. There's no central party saying you can and you can't. Okay, so I can build on top of it. I can build a coin with my face on it and say MoonManT coin, and if you invest in it, I'll just dump all the coins and take all your money. Right? So you have to be aware of particular tokens that are being sold that may not have a lot of liquidity or they're just bullshit tokens. Peace, 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 and a grand rising in the now of the one. Right? So as we're doing our spiritual work, as we're raising in consciousness and all that stuff, at the same time we have to be aware of what the system's doing as they're moving the old system into a new one. How is it different from a physical ledger? It's on the blockchain. It's immutable, meaning it can't be changed. It's cryptographic technology. Look up cryptographic technology. It's quantum computing, right? Immutable. It's not just in your drawer. I can write anything at any time. If me and you had an agreement, yeah? Hmm? If me and you had awareness daily, much love to you. I'm just letting you know. If me and you had an agreement and I said, hey, this is that, and I'll do this, and that, and I'll record it in my book over here. When someone comes to audit it and I didn't do that, what can I? I'll just write it. I could just write it. Here, here's my books. Huh? And yet, on the blockchain, if me and you made an agreement on the blockchain and said, "Hey, this, and that will occur, and when you do your job, this money will be sent to you, and it'll all be recorded on the blockchain. So you can't hide, and I can't hide. You can't lie to me, I can't lie to you, and you can't lie to the people because the people seen it. It's like a public square. Oh yeah, I seen that transaction. You can. It's before your mind goes there. I know where your mind's about to go. Your mind's about to be like, so that means there's no privacy in a way. And yet there are private ledgers, right? There are private ledgers where you can operate privately. So you're not going to be bogged down to public blockchains, right? Okay. It's confusing, I know. I know. But once you break these things down, it'll make so much sense to you. Okay. It removes a judge. No, it removes it removes it doesn't it's not about it removing anything. It just introduces transparency. It introduces transparency on both parties, both parts, right? Like I said, if me and you had a contract, say we had a contract, okay? This, and that on the contract. This contract is on the blockchain. It's immutable. Nobody can change it. This is set in stone. This is what we made. Boom, right here. And everybody can see it. Okay? You do such act, this will happen, your money will be released. Okay, act is done. Boom, money released. This is all happening on the blockchain. Okay? And it's all legal stuff. Right? So you can bring this in front of a court. Hey, look, this we had this agreement. Look, it's right here. Just booked with you. Thank you. It didn't ask for payment. No, you have the payment options when you click the link. If you read the description, the payment options are there. All right. Connect those tree spirits, connecting animal spirits, connected ancestors. Yes, of course, we talk about that every single day, but you're not going to ignore this. I'm not going to allow you guys to ignore because see, this is, you have to get grounded to reality. Okay. You have to get grounded to reality. I bought some dates. I bought some dates yesterday. I bought them. I used money to buy them. I could have easily boop boop manifested it, but we still exchange things in this reality. You have to get grounded. Okay? Ground yourself to reality. That's why I tell y'all to get grounded. You have to balance it. I did that for you already. What do you mean by that? I rose when I was 22 years old. I got rid of my social security card. I got rid of my birth certificate. I got rid of everything, everything, everything. I didn't work. I didn't do nothing. I wrote books. I made music, and I meditated. That's what I did. And I got space held for me to do that. So I already traveled that road for you, and I'm telling you, the imbalance of that, it's not a good balance. You have to balance out the physical reality with the spiritual reality. You can't just be like, I'm airy fairy and I'm just over, and then you're neglecting the physical reality. It's no different than you can't ignore your physical body in the same way you just try to be spiritual. Huh? I'm gonna see you later, bud. Sometimes you just gotta block them. Girl, puppy, you gotta go. I get it. This is not what this live is about right now. If you've been on my live, then you know I talk that thing. Yeah. If you've been on my live, then you know what I'm on. You know the energy I'm on. Godly. Hmm? But we still have to be grounded in reality, right? You don't want to get rocked to sleep. They show you one hand and they slap you with the other. Hey, look, boom. It's the game, right? So you want to make sure that you're putting your money in the proper places. I'm not just talking about blockchain technology. I'm also talking about physical things: gold, silver, platinum, palladium, if you have the means to do so. Yeah? Land, if you have the means to do so. Even in other countries, it's cheaper. Listen to me. Take the fake fiat dollars. They are rocking you to sleep, y'all. You going to work every day. You're living in the 3D reality. When they're playing 5D chess. They're like, nope, boop, nope, boop, nope. They're moving into a cryptographic technological world that even the things that are physical will be represented on what we call the blockchain. So that's when we go into tokenization. What does that mean? Tokenization is I can create a token that represents the gold or silver or whatever it is that I have on hand, right? So, like we used to do with the fiat dollars that used to be backed by gold, and we used to just trade those. We're going to do that in a technological way. So, the gold and silver that I have on hand, I can create tokens out of them and then have a third party audit the gold and silver that I have to make sure that it's there and I can live my life on the tokens, y'all. I'm telling you, fractional stuff. It'll dawn on you. It'll make sense eventually. Any new any new technology makes no sense. When you first hopped on TikTok, how did you feel? You was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck is this shit? How do I use this?" When you first hopped on Twitter, when you first hopped on these things, when you first get when you first do anything, you suck. You don't know. You don't get it. But when you get it. And it's time. You feel what I'm saying? So don't be bogged down by the information, right? Don't feel like I'll never know because I felt like that. I felt like that with my spiritual reality. I felt like that with technology and finances. I felt that way. I felt like since I couldn't understand it in the moment, just quit. No, never quit. Because you have an intellect and God gave you a spirit and soul to be able to decode particular things within this reality. There is nobody that's smarter than you. Everybody is you. Some people are just showing you a higher potential of you, right? Like if you see wisdom in me, like I say, it's in you. It's just I'm showing you the potential that you have. All human beings exist in the same field of consciousness. So if somebody is talking about blockchain technology and it sounds crazy to you, that's because it's just new to you, right? Okay, rise. Yes, I guess. I mean, but I was talking about with the physical assets that we have. Now, if we're talking about the token of an XRP or an XLM, it's nothing near fiat because there's a technology that's backing it. There's something backing it, real world backing it. It's gonna dawn on you. It's gonna dawn you like, oh shit, I get it now. And you're not gonna be able. You're not in the realm where that we're going to, and not everything is nefarious. Okay, not everything's nefarious, huh? Yes, we're going into a reality where no money's gonna matter. Yeah, but right now we're in the now of it mattering in a way, right? It's just changing your relationship with it. Y'all have so much resistance to money. This is the reason why money doesn't come your way. Y'all have so much resistance to even the thought of money. That's the reason why money eludes you. If money is energy and everything is energy, then you need to be vibrating that way. You can change your relationship with money at any time, but you choose to resist money because you think it's evil. Money's not evil. It's the thought of money that's evil. It's your thoughts about it. It's how people use it that's evil, right? It's how we see if everything in the reality is you, then there's nothing that's not you. It's just how you interact with it. Money the same, right? But this is the reason why I tell y'all to take your fiat dollars, exchange it, exchange it for something that retains its value, y'all. Silver is about 29 to 30 bucks right now an ounce. That means you have to spend 29 US dollars to get an ounce of silver. Silver's God's money. Gold is God's money, right? Even copper. Got a bunch of copper, bunch of silver, bunch of gold, right? Yeah. You want to make sure that you're putting your money there. Yeah. You can't you don't want to resist these things. You don't want to resist it. You want to embrace it. Embrace it. And then when it phases out, let it phase out. But for the now, in the meantime, in between time, thank you for the roses. Joe Natural, thank you guys so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. This is free game, man. I'm telling you. It's gonna save your life monetarily and your families. When they crash the system, and this is not fear mongering, it's just this is just what they're doing, right? You want to make sure that you're not holding the bag, right? For what they say, holding the bag, right? Okay, let me explain something to you, right? So if the fiat system of dollars is an illusion, and you can right now you have the opportunity to take that and put it into something that is real world that has an actual use case that's being used for something. If you don't, and they just say, "All right, we're not exchanging those dollars no more," what are you going to be left with? You're going to be the one holding the bag, is what they call it. Thank you so much. You don't want to be the one holding the bag or holding the potato and the hot potato. You don't want to be the one holding it when it's time. You want to be the one that transferred your money over into something that stayed the same. Gold is gold, y'all. And gold ain't never going to change. And gold is being used, right? Gold is gold, okay? Silver is silver, right? Copper is copper. These things are being used in the world. They're not just assets, and they're not just assets for the sake of being gold. They're assets because they're used in the world. Gold is used, silver is used, copper is damn sure used, right? What are you gonna use a dollar for? A piece of paper that has all of this fucking encryptions. What are you gonna use it for? For real, for real. What are they gonna use it for? There's nothing of substance that backs it. It's an illusion. Why do you think every store or when you're in the city walking down the street or even when you're in the mall, we buy gold. We buy gold. We'll give you this trash ass dollars that y'all are so addicted to, and we'll buy your gold. And they've been doing this for years. Why? Because they knew what was coming. They knew that the United States government has been lying about the money supply, the gold supply. They knew it. They're like, yeah, we'll buy your gold. We'll give you these dollars. Take it. Take it. The money phone, the money under your bed, worthless. Worthless. The cash, the spread in the cash, spread liquid right now, and you can use it right now. But again, you're still spending more of those dollars to get the things that stay the same. And you think inflation is going to get better? There's going to come a point in time, yeah, where you're going to have to spend $20 for a loaf of bread. 20 USD for a loaf of bread. That mean you think I'm joking? Like the live share live. You think I'm playing? Like the live share. Let me see if I still got it around me. Hold on, real quick, real quick, real quick, y'all. Hopefully, I got it on me. Let me look at my handy dandy box. Maybe it's around somewhere. I want to see if I got it. I don't think I got it on me. Where is that thing? Okay. I'll just explain it to y'all. Okay. I'll explain it. Okay. So I went to energy is the new currency 100%, but we're still exchanging money for goods. So just listen. You ready? Energy is the new currency in that you can attract the money. Energy is the new currency in that you can attract this and attract that and attract this and get anything you want because you have the energy to do so. Money is energy. But energy is the new currency because those that have the energy will be able to attract anything they want, including the money. So allow the knowledge of energy being the new currency to be in your body, but also know that there are other energies out there that are still being exchanged for goods. Okay? Here we go. I was in Colombia. When I went to Colombia, there were vendors from Venezuela. Yeah? There were vendors from Venezuela on the street. They were selling wallets. Okay? The wallets were made from Venezuelan money. Like the live, share the live. I'm about to go somewhere over here. I'm about to take you out. You ready? I was in Colombia. There were Venezuelan vendors. They were selling wallets. The wallets were made from Venezuelan money. Why were they made from Venezuelan money? Because the Venezuelan government printed so much fucking money that the money became worthless. They had nothing backing the money. So they just kept printing and printing and printing and printing and printing. And eventually, to buy food, they had to spend a couple thousand Venezuelan whatever, right? Bolivars, I think it's Bolivars. I think Bolivars or something like that. They had to spend thousands of them. This is where we're headed. Listen to me. This is where the United States is headed, where we're gonna have to spend $30 for a stick of gum type shit. I'm trying to tell you, yo. I was in Egypt. Okay, I was in Kemet. Okay, I was in Egypt. Okay, here we go. Yes, $1 equaled 35 Egyptian pounds. Okay, $1. So it's just showing you any dollar exchanges and things like that. It's gonna come to the point where these countries are going to back their money by their local assets. Once these countries, they're already banding together to do it. Once these countries back their money by their local assets, you can kiss the dollar goodbye. Why do you think we go to war all the time? We're not going to war just to go to war. I'll touch on that. Why do you think we go to war all the time? Why do you think we're in the Middle East all the time? Because every time, why do you think we attack Libya, Syria, Iraq, all of these places? Not because they're terrorists. Oh no. We attack them because they threaten to start changing their money, or they threaten to back their money by their own assets. And the United States don't play that. They don't play it in the world. Well, what? You're going to back your stuff by what? Bomb, boom. And then they come to us and say, Saddam Hussein is terrorist. He wants to kill us. He wants to murder us. No, he wants to end your reign by he wants to end your reign by backing his with what yeah, that part. So we can be rich in Egypt. Not necessarily the point you could be very wealthy in Egypt for sure. When I was in Egypt, my money went a long way, let's put it that way. I had an Airbnb, right? I had an Airbnb in Egypt, 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom, huge, you know what I'm saying, living room and all that good stuff. Upstairs on top, overlooking the Nile Valley and overlooking Kings Valley with a pool on the roof. $500 a month. $500, 500 US dollars a month. Ate out every day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I ate out every day. $30 for me and my lady. $30, right? It's the point. Grand rising, and the now of the one, the only one. Yeah, yeah. We rising. We rising. Um, Physical books. If y'all want a copy of my physical book, please hit me in the inbox. Magic Music Triumph. I also talk about the financial system in this. I was talking about this at 26 years old. Let's talk about it. About how the entire system is about to change, man. In the now, not tomorrow. This is why you prepare in the now. Okay? So now we shift. Let's shift now. We talked about that. If you want a one-on-one session, hit me in the inbox. Excuse me. You want a one-on-one session, click the link in my bio at the bottom. We'll say one-on-one. If you want to talk about blockchain technology, if you want to talk about spirituality, if you want to just trauma dump because I'm a grand alchemist and I can alchemize your energy. If you want to do that, we can do that as well. So just hit the link in my bio. The bottom, click the link in my bio. Let's get it right. Financial and location freedom. Yeah, I'm out of here. I won't be here for long, I'll tell you that much. Not in America. Not in America. They got a plan. They got a plan. Check your inbox when you can. I shall. I shall. I most definitely will. Here we go. We're going spirit now. We're going spirit. We're back. Y'all know y'all. As soon as we start talking about money, y'all be so. Y'all gotta change our resistance to money, son. For real, I'm so serious. I'm so serious. You're God. I don't need any disciples. You're a God. You're the creator of the universe. I don't make followers out of gods. You can go to these other places. There's some other places that do that though. There's some other lives that make followers out of gods, and I don't do that. But mad love to you, and you can be my dog. You my dog. How about that? I mean, you my other, you know what I'm saying, my counterpart. But here we go. We're going spiritual now. We back. All right, because y'all resist money. This is why money's not flowing to you. It's not money. This is why money's not coming into you because even in the talks of money, you resist it. Unfortunately, Grand Rising here now. Even the conversation about money, resist. No, we don't need money. We're gods. All right, I get it. But you still bought bread yesterday. You still bought whatever the fuck you bought yesterday. Did you not? So you're still living here. So stop playing like you're not. Right? Stop resisting it. The more you resist it, the more you're saying that there's something out there I'm afraid of. Anyway, the reality that surrounds you. Okay, whatever it is that you're right now, like this right here, you're living in the past. What? Huh? What? Okay. You're living in the past thought. The situations, the circumstance, and event that you find yourself in the now is the effect from the cause of a thought that you had in the quote unquote past. Right? Yeah, but it's all in the now. But the immediate circumstances that you exist within, everything that you experience, whether it be monetarily, financially, friends, families, relationships, all of those energies, yeah, the way that they are manifested in the now has come from what we call a past thought. So you're living in the past. Phantoms of the original cause of of what you're experiencing right now. So you have to love everything that surrounds you as if you created it because you did. Okay? You have to love the circumstance that you're in. This is gonna trigger you. I know it is. Thank you so much, Eli. You have to look, you have to love what you're surrounded by as if you created it because you did. I don't care what it is, who it is, where it is, why it is, right? In that power, yeah, you're not projecting the power out into some deity out there, Jesus, or this being made this happen, God made it happen. No, you are taking responsibility for your reality. Yeah. And in that responsibility, you find unconditional love for what you're surrounded by. And you gather the knowing and awareness of the original cause of the effect of the reality that you see around you. Yeah. You're going back to that in the now. So back and forth and all these words are just human stuff, but just for sake of understanding it. Okay, imagination. We talked about this earlier, but we talk about it again. Okay, you must live as if whatever it is you want is done already in the emotional state, right? So now I'm happy because I am in Dubai. Yeah, I am there already. I am already there. And I live my life that way. Even though I'm at work, even though I'm at this, even though I'm doing that. Hey guys, hey, what's up? You're mad? Why? Why are you mad? Because you're on a perpetual loop of the same day over and over. Truman Show. You think you're here. You listen, in the now, everything that surrounds you is the effect from the cause of a thought that you thought. Okay? Most people can't see that, so they experience their life on a loop. They're mad at their job and they're mad at life. They don't know that they're the cause, you're the reason for it. So you're on the loop, the feedback loop. Fuck this life, blah, 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 mad. Now, those who understand that, the now holds the key to future nows. Future nows. And you think in the now, I am already there. I am already my grandest, beautiful self. I am already in wherever you want to be. I am already the artist. I am already that. And then you take small action steps as if you're doing it. You're already in it. Hence the reason why I did this, right? I was in the now doing it. I knew that there would come a point in time where I would be able to display it to the world in the now. This is what I'm doing. I'm still in the now, but at that time, no one wanted to read it. No one wanted my book, right? Because they weren't ready yet vibrationally, and I was already there, right? I was already in this now, as if I was already in the now where I sold all the books. I was happy, happy. Yes, don't worry, all will be well, and lived life no matter what linear time was telling me life was, no matter what my surroundings was telling me it was, because it didn't matter. It was all about how I imagined things. And let me explain something to you. When I was 22 years old, like I said, I dropped everything. I didn't care about work. I didn't care about social security numbers, and I didn't care about none of that stuff. I was like, I don't care. I'm writing my books, I'm meditating, I'm learning life, I'm remembering. I was out of balance, okay? Right. So, but I always lived as a king. I was always a king no matter what my bank account said. I always was a king. I was always God in my mind, in my heart, in my being, in my energy. Everybody felt it, they knew it. Okay? Here we go. Once I told myself it's time to get into balance with the physical reality, since I focused so deeply on my imagination and in my inner world and my light and my brilliance, and I wasn't so outwardly directed, giving my energy away to life so much, as soon as I put my focus on money, I made more money than the people that only focused on money. All they were focused on was money from when I woke up to when I started focusing on money. Then what did I do? I made a bunch of money. I traveled the world. I went here. I moved to Florida, and I did this and I did that and did all that good stuff. Right? So I manifested that as soon as I focused on it.